Hey Bob, are you on autopilot?
Me?
No, 235.
Yep, for Eastern 235, I am on autopilot. I was down in the galley grabbing something to drink. Not from nothing, but my Cessna 172 is awesome. It's got a galley.
Galley, nice. That's called a beer cooler.
Shh, don't give it away.
Right? Mine's got a stewardess.
Oh, nice.
Mine's got a stewardess too, but she won't fly with me anymore. I pissed her off too much. Yeah, 235. We are on autopilot. We're holding. Actually, we're climbing to 4,500 because of terrain, and on course direct as filed.
At your 8 o'clock.
Eastern 235. We're looking for the visual.
Wow, what terrain you talking about? I don't see anything over 1,000 foot, really.
There's a bit over 1,000.
Eastern 235, we've got a visual. Yeah, 235, we are on autopilot. We're holding, actually we're climbing to 4,500 because of terrain. And on course direct as filed. Nice thing about flying, you know, you don't want to hug the terrain because if you develop a problem with your aircraft, Eastern 235, we're looking to work with. So 4,500 seemed appropriate for the height of the terrain on this hop.
That and the length, yeah.
Now Pack Rat could add a lot to this. He's an outstanding pilot who reminded me constantly, stop looking at the instruments and fly the plane.
Until you get in trouble and the visibility goes to crud, then you better look at them instruments.
Well, you know, it's what happens with us flight simulator pilots versus the real world pilots. We get all focused on the instruments because that's all we've got.
That's true.
That's the first 3 rules of anything when it comes to the Cessna. The first 3 rules are always fly the plane, fly the plane, fly the plane.
There you go. Then think about navigation, and then later talk to somebody.
Navigate, navigate, navigate. Navigate your ass to Orlando.
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Let another pilot do that.
And if Pack Rat is still on here, man, oh man, I can't say how much I appreciate that. You know, we spent that, what, 2.5, almost 3 hours in your plane flying down for a North Carolina lunch and back. That was awesome.
Oh, you flew with him, yeah?
Well, yeah, he pseudo let me have control of the aircraft, and then constantly, every time I'd look over at the instrument cluster, it'd say, fly the plane. Don't look at the instruments. Nice. Yeah, so that was awesome.
That's cool.
Well, then he told me, you know, don't exceed this altitude, so I kept looking over at the vertical speed indicator to see how close I was to making that altitude, and every time, I don't know how he could do it, because to me it looked like he was looking out the front too, but stop looking at the instruments and fly the plane. So over and over and over again.
Yeah, but how are you going to know your altitude unless you look at your, you know, altimeter now and then?
Hey guys.
Well, you got to listen to the experienced pilot, because every time he said it, he was right. I was looking at the instrumentation.
I'll be darned, yeah. Pretty neat. Well, yeah, I guess when you get enough hours, it's a sixth sense.
You know, that was the best birthday present I could have ever had. And I don't know, Packy, if you're in here, thanks again, man, because that was an awesome weekend.
Nice terrain around here. Holy moly.
Isn't it? It's beautiful.
At least Dave did something right.
Wow.
God. Wow.
I smell something burning.
You know, I'm a suck up and all that, but I haven't seen Dave screw up nothing up yet so far.
Don't say that. You're ruining the fun.
Well, I said so far. We keep watching.
Yeah,
Wait, I still have to land the plane.
that's true. And we still have 12 or 11 more hops to go.
Yep.
For some reason, he put us at the end at an international airport.
How the fun.
Wow, it seemed like a good appropriate ending.
Yeah, the last airport, every single plane's got to pick a different runway.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna fly the ILS.
Yeah.
Whoa, nice.
User entered your channel.
That
Hey,
makes
Dave.
things interesting.
I hear you. Finish saying what you're saying.
Are we gonna fly the ILS on this next one?
Negative.
All right, gentlemen, I'll be back. I gotta run my mom down the mall.
It looks like he has it
Okay.
as runway 20.
Catch
Yep,
you a bit,
active is
Peter.
runway 20.